The more financially fit you are, the more you can afford to invest. And this is really, really important because it's not just how much you can afford to invest initially, but how much you can continue to invest over time.
I know it is a blessing, yeah. Lift up my eyes to the hills, I'm blessed, oh man.
Hey guys, Christian Mar here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here guys, please do me a favor, go down and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my new videos. What I do here is share personal finance tips and information that I hope can build your financial confidence. And if you're a returning visitor, thanks for coming back guys. So what I want to talk to you about today are 5 things that you need to consider before you begin investing. So investing is definitely an important step in securing your financial future, since regular contributing to your portfolio is what helps you to accumulate wealth. But if you're pretty new to this space, then it may be a little bit unnerving. And I mean, that could be due to the fact that you don't understand the market, you may feel like you don't have enough money, or you just may not know the investment options that are available to you. Either way, since it's better to start investing sooner than later, these 5 things I'm going to tell you to consider are going to be very important. So please listen, get your notepad, and let's get right into it. Okay guys, so the first question you want to ask yourself, are you financially fit? From a financial standpoint, it doesn't make much sense to invest if you don't have the resources to do so. So if you're still carrying a large debt balance, if you're still charging purchases to a credit card, if you're still dipping into your emergency funds every now and then, or you just haven't set one up yet, you're probably not financially fit and you're probably not ready to invest. And I'm not saying these things to deter you away, but you have to understand, once you have these things taken care of, then you'll become financially fit and you'll be ready to start investing. And so while you're doing these things, here's what you can do in the meanwhile. Set a goal of when you want to be ready. Set up a debt repayment plan and just learn about investing and what the options are in the market, you know. So again, just prepare yourself to become an investor at some point while keeping in mind that you have to become financially fit. Okay guys, so the second point that you want to consider, or the second question that you want to ask yourself, is how much can I afford to invest? And you know guys, you're gonna see that these points build on each other, and I was just talking about being financially fit. The more financially fit you are, the more you can afford to invest. And this is really, really important because it's not just how much you can afford to invest initially, but how much you can continue to invest over time. Whether that be on a monthly basis, an annual basis, or however you decide, you know, that consistency is what's going to pull you on the right track to building wealth over time. And another point on this is this budgeting technique of knowing how much you can afford and how often you want to invest. It's really going to help you to determine your investment options and really help you to set clear goals on what you can achieve. So just keep all this in mind. Okay guys, so the third point to consider, what are your investment goals, or what you're going to do with your money? And again guys, we're building. So the first thing is you want to make sure you're financially fit. The second thing, you want to figure out how much you can invest on a consistent basis. Now that you've figured out those 2 things, or when you figure out those 2 things, the third thing is, again, what are you going to do with your money? And so consider this, you know, if you want to put a down payment on a house or pay for college, your investment options are going to look a little differently if you want to just use your money for retirement. So for like a short-term investment or like a short-term goal, what you may want to consider is something like a money market account. What this is, it's basically a type of account that gives you a higher interest rate than a traditional savings account, and it comes with like some minimum balance requirement. For something more longer term, then you can be a little bit more aggressive, and so you may want to consider something like mutual funds, which are like a basket of securities, or even stocks, which are ownership in a publicly traded company. And I know people may have questions about these type of securities, and I think I may do a follow-up video on the different types of investment options and securities. But again guys, for something more longer term, you can take on a little bit more risk, you can be a little bit more aggressive, and you can consider something like mutual funds and stocks. And then the last thing in this category for retirement, you want to consider obviously like your 401k, your IRA, or some other type of retirement savings account. Something to note here, however, if you want to use your investments for early retirement, you may want to consider saving outside of one of these traditional retirement accounts. And this is because you may face a penalty for early withdrawal, and as everyone knows, fees kill, so just consider that. But yeah, I definitely will go into more details about 401k and IRA and kind of just which one to choose. But again, for retirement, these are the type of securities or instrument or investment options that you want to look into. Okay guys, point 4 that you need to consider. Do you understand your investment options and the risks that may come with these? You know, if this is your first time investing, I want you to understand something. If you embrace a long-term investing strategy, you're probably gonna make more money than trying to buy and sell a stock quickly on the stock market. And while you can make a lot of money trading this way, here's what you need to understand. It's gonna take a lot of understanding about the stock market. It's gonna take a lot of time, and it's gonna take a little bit of real talent, you know. But if this is definitely the route you want to take, or this is definitely something you're interested in, I may personally recommend hiring a professional. And if you do that, even if you do it on your own, just understand you need to proceed with caution. You know, be prepared to take losses or a big loss, but just be cautious if this is something you want to explore. But going back to our point, guys, you want to understand the differences among the investment options. You know, whether you're invested in real estate investment trusts, stocks, ETFs, mutual funds, bonds, cryptocurrencies, you want to understand what each of these means and understand what risk comes with each of these respective classes. You also want to understand how you want to spread your money across these investments and what you want to include in your portfolio. You know, understanding these things will help you to determine your level of comfort with each and just help you to understand how much risk you want to take on as an investor. Okay guys, so now we're on to the last point. And remember, we said that we were building. So here's a quick refresher of what we've talked about so far. You've asked yourself if you're financially fit. You've determined how much you can afford. You've asked yourself what your goals are, what you're going to do with your money. And you've analyzed, or you understand what your investment options are and what risks come with these investment options. After these 4 things, you should be able to go on and invest by yourself if you so feel comfortable. But if not, this 5th point is especially for you. And number 5 is, do I need a financial plan? And you know, this builds off my previous point. You know, once you understand your investment option, you get an idea of the risk that comes with each. If you don't know what your risk level is or the type of risk that you're comfortable with, getting a financial planner may help you. When you're in your 20s, you're probably more comfortable taking on a lot of risk because you have that time to either offset that risk or make that money back, so you can be more aggressive with your investment options. But as you get older, you have to be a little bit more conservative with your strategy. And you know, regardless of age or if you get a financial planner or not, the one thing that I think is important here that everyone needs to hear is you want to do your research and you want to be able to be comfortable and knowledgeable in any of your investment options. Okay guys, so a quick recap on the 5 things that I asked you to consider today. 1, am I financially fit? 2, how much can I afford to invest? 3, what are my goals, or what am I going to do with my money? 4, what are my investment options and what is the associated risk? 5, do I need a financial planner? So now that you know the 5 things that you need to consider before you begin investing, here's my biggest takeaway for you. Investing is essential because it helps you to build wealth over time, and what it's going to do is it's going to open doors for you later down the line. Remember the first thing I said when I started this video is if you're new to the space, it can be a little bit unnerving, but understand that it's the people who end up doing their research, becoming knowledgeable and comfortable with the space, saving regularly, those people end up building their wealth. And even better, it doesn't take a lot of money to start. So what you really need to do is just put an action plan in place. So for my first investing video, guys, if you liked what you heard, please go down, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and please share with a friend. You know, if you have any comments, concerns, just anything else, you know, please, like I said, leave a comment, let me know what your thoughts are. I will have more investing videos coming up soon, so subscribe so you don't miss out on them. But thank you for watching, guys. See you next time.
Thank you.